We had the Ghana Police, Ghana Fire, Ghana Prisons and their heads, the Ghana Immigration Customs, public officials, financial institutions, and the general public joining on Tuesday. On Wednesday, yesterday, we had ministers of state, members of the diplomatic corps, we had MCs and DCEs, non-Ashanti chiefs, mining companies, and the general public. And on Thursday, this is today, we're climaxing with the presidency, where we had the president, John Dramani Mahama, make his way along with the chief of staff, the minister of works and housing, I saw some MCEs as well as part of the delegation. We also saw the Ashanti regional minister also be a part of it, who has also been there on other significant days as well. We saw the former presidents, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and as well former president John Agyekum Kufuor, and members of their entourage as well making there. And as well we saw the former vice president of the Republic, Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and his wife, Hajia Samira Bawumia, also making their way to greet the Asante Hene. Now we see members of the diplomatic corps also making their way, and the general public, and as well chiefs from all across Asante-Man, and as well the entire country also making their way today. We've seen a lot of delegations from the different ethnic groups, including we've seen the Gans do an exciting demonstration, members from the Volta region, different chiefs also now coming through as well during the week to have also been a part of it. But now let me come back into studio where we have Kweku Dako Ankra, who is a historian of great repute and done a lot of incredible work across many sides of Ghana and our history. And we'll be speaking, or I'll be asking quickly on continuity. How has the burial rites for the late Asante Hima sort of evolved from the 18th century when Asante-Man was created till now?
Yeah, so as it is, you see back in the day, issues of transports and how it impacted on people working from a very long distance to come to Osekrum to participate in the funeral traditions. But what over the years have gone is some of the things we use in the burying of the dead. So, for instance, you see now in the forecourt, you have a modern
look and feel,
modern rubber systems where you put in that beautiful thing. Back in the day, it would have been hats. So palm fronds, beautifully designed with a wooden structure and what have you. Now things have changed. That is some of the changes we are seeing. We see being led in state is in tradition. So we see the old form still being there. Now, instead of figurines, Ekwaba toys, which we used to do, thus we put on Asenso and those kind of things. We can't see the clay-made figurines being used. Some are replicas of some will make it like a replica of the dead queen and so on. So if you go to the old, if you have ever had opportunity of being to an old grave in any of the mausoleums, you will see some of these things that have been made, those Ikwaba toys, as well as the figurines that are on top of some of the cemetery. You will see it there. But now, because of the modernity, we see flowers, which is what in the modern form we used to show our sympathy for the dead. So all around, somebody may ask, so is this tradition?
Is it?
Is this tradition? Well, these are some of the changes and continuities that it happens, because tradition itself is not stagnant. Tradition also evolves. So as we evolve, we have to adapt with new ways of doing things. But someone who is a true culturalist will say, okay, why don't we do similar things? Because we still have sculptors around who could have done some of these things. But that is another person's suggestion. But this is where we are now. So we see that some of the things, back in the day, people would not wear shirt and so on. It was all about cloth.
Now, not to cut you, so currently we see members of former President John Jerry Rawlings is making their way, including the former First Lady Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings, as well with her son Kimathi, and I believe her daughter. I'm not sure if that is Yasantwa or Zenato, but one of her daughters with her going to greet their Asante Asante Hene. Now back to you on, quickly, symbolic objects. What kind of specific ritual objects are always essential for the burial of the Asante Hema?
So the Asante Hema normally in full regalia, because it's not only a queen while she's alive. And this is undergirded by our belief system in traditional, because we don't believe life is a linear. Life is a linear thing, because it is a cyclical. When you die, you become an ancestor. And as an ancestor, we have good ancestors and we have bad ancestors. Have you ever seen the making of libation?
Yes.
When they make libation in Samampa, they pour plenty libation.
For
the
them.
bad spirits, a little small,
bit.
that sort of thing. So as is he, for example, he died a good death. So new one a whooper. So you know a yipa, because at the range be antono.
Right.
So as it is like that, he will be given in full regalia and then buried with all the ornaments that he deserves.
Okay.
The bottom that was to be given for her to swallow, and all sort of things will be done in tandem with the traditions. And so that when he passed to the other side of the world, he will still maintain in dignity as he was alive. And we do these things bearing in mind that when we fail to do so, there will be spiritual repercussions on the living. And that is why all these things ought to be done, so that it doesn't bring any ill treatment on the living who ought to. So at any time we have we have elders in the family who have roles. And that is the beauty, for example, of the Asante culture, because all these performative rites have people who are groomed from infancy to take that role. And for those of us who do history, some of these things goes back to how Osei Kojo as a king, you bring the bureaucratic system in the Ashanti kingdom, and how these positions were carefully demarcated, and individuals and personnel. In fact, if you study that period, how some of these things were demarcated, it's like you are studying the Weberian system of a modern government. And so everything since that time, one might even wonder how he came about with that complex knowledge of everybody and their role in performance of the traditions and culture within the chieftaincy system, of which it has been maintained today. So much that what ought to be done today in terms of the Queen Mother, having all in regalia, having what ought to be given to her to pass to the ancestral land, all being done in secrecy, because afterwards they will have to take her to Brahman, the Mausoleum, where that one, you and I and the public will not be allowed to be there. And what ought to be done, because over a time the stool will be blackened.
Right.
Because of their contribution. And those black stools are the ones that is inhibited by the spirit of the ancestor. So that is why we in Akan society, we have a serious regard for the king or the queen mother, because the stool represents both the living and the dead. So the stool become an intercessionary force. So when we are giving respect to the king, it is in tandem with our respect for the dead and the living. So it is not the king that is even reigning. It is the stool that reigns the states. And all the powers, both living and the dead, are inhibited in the stool, of which he is an occupant.
Well, we'll be bringing you a bit more of the history and the processes, ceremonies, and rituals that will be held today for the final burial rites of Nana Konadu Yiadom III, the 14th Asante Hema. Now, in the shot, you would see daughter of the former president, John Jerry Rawlings, greeting the Asante Hene. Also, we saw his son, Kimathi, and as well, the former First Lady, Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings, also doing that a bit earlier on. We will be having the burial service will be happening at 4 p.m. today. 4 p.m. today, and I believe the Alan Tremanting, former minister, former presidential hopeful for the movement for change. Political party, better known as the Butterfly, just greeting the Asante Hene earlier on in your shots there. Now, we'll be going back to the afternoon show, but we'll be giving you a bit more of some history context because the Abrafo have been getting a lot of prominence in social media and the media over the last few days, and we want to understand their cultural significance and the work they have to do over the last few days in restoring order and sort of getting a bit more. No, right now we see Kennedy Japan also greeting the Otumfo Osetutu, the Asante Hene there. He is also a presidential candidate hopeful for the NPP. Now we'll go back to a very exciting guest that Anita and Godwin have over at the afternoon show, and we'll continue with more right after this.
Thank you very much, AJ. Yes, back to the afternoon show. We're getting a masterclass in Asante history.
Yeah.
But now let's get into our conversation with the one and only, the beautiful. She doesn't grow.
Yeah.
I feel like she's not growing.
I think so too. I mean, she's aging beautifully.
Oh boy.
But she's not aging physically like this.
She's not.
Exactly. The age is increasing, but physically
the beauty is still there.
looking beautiful as ever. Piesie Esther, welcome to the afternoon show.
Thank you so much.
You know, earlier I was asking you where you're from, and you mentioned you're from the Ashanti region.
That's right.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh, me na me catch you. Just say, Piesie, I was saying, cause I bring ma to me dancing krana ma bomb, you know, or say me yimi tini na because me na nana eda from no. So I'm from Ashanti region.
Which part?
From Sutatonsu.
That's proper Ashanti region.
Yeah, Sutatonsu. Even me hometown krano, the family that I came from, no, me dear. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you grow up there?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Now, when I hear Nsuta, it reminds me of Daddy Lumba.
Oh, Daddy Lumba.
Yes.
Yeah. From Mikrum to Lumba, a Krum, no, it's just a walk distance.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's it.
Really beautiful. But in a moment like this, as we're all mourning, from where you sit as a musician, what would you want to tell the whole of Asante Man?
The one that I want to say is shedding. Yeah, because the young say no, enya de ketua kra. It's not a joke at all. Yeah, the kese. Na main carry so far more Asante for about to say, you know, the traditional that is going on no, is beautiful.
Yeah.
When I was sitting down here, I was just smiling, watching, you know, the footage. You know, I was just smiling. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It means Ashanti we are, you know.
You uphold your tradition.
Yes. So, yen shedding, especially ni yen na otiko koso Asante Hene. Yen shedding, sanse yen na nimpon na edafom. Yeah.
One him.
Now that you have mentioned it, let's get to know you even more. For many who don't know how Piesie grew up, where she grew up, how she got into music. Let's get into that history. Into Nsuta. Atonsu.
Yes.
I
was born in Tamale anyway.
Oh,
wow.
Tamale. Because then time, no, not my family, no, mama and papa, na omotia or more bobra. So, woman were Tamari ho. So, man, said that you knew hobby bree. They me back to a yemi krum, a yen Sutatonsu. Into ho, and I never call school, a way up to JSS. Yeah, when I'm a Korea. So from Atonsu no, and I'm a Kumasi. Because I always say from Atonsu no, my dream was just to come to Kumasi. Yeah. It's shocking, right?
Yes. I'm shocked.
Yes. Because that time it was not easy for you to, you know, travel to Kumasi. Because that time your car, where your class no,
So meaning to come to Kumasi was more like going abroad.
And no, it was a big, you know, a big deal. Pa, can two and if any papa or bonwada
I see.
So yeah, so then time no, not me dreaming and say, minim senko for Kumasi eba Kumasi ba na me nko Kumasi da. So I later realized say me nyine hu say we free me krom kra Kumasi kra no be 30 minutes. Yes, but it was a huge for me. Say metimi awie school ma be Kumasi. See from me krom to Kumasi no. That is where Piesie life best started. Yes.
So when you were young, were you singing, or it was later on that you realized you can sing?
Yes, when I was young, I was even 6, 7 years upcoming. I was in Sunday school at the Church of Pentecost. So that is where the singing started. You know, me tonyom wo ho sa. Then also I attend SDA school.
Okay.
And you know SDA people, you know, music is SDA. So then time I was singing in school too. It was not a news that Piesie can sing. Esther live singing, then she has the talent to sing.
That's good to know. Well, let's talk about getting into music, mainstream music.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you were singing in church and all of that.
Yes.
At what point did you decide to make a career out of that singing ability?
You know, after coming to Kumasi, I started learning Adepam.
Sewing?
Yes. Before Adepam, maybe resist kakra, where I was selling all those kind of things that, you know, you all know, water, tea bread, and all those kind of, you know. So after that, me resist kakra, na me de I sewing, no. So when I was into sewing, I realized it's slit, no, me to me. I was
Slit,
just doing slit. No, the down.
Just the slit.
I'm a who to chat. Yeah. So it's because now I love singing. So through a brother called Atta, through him, they were introducing me to Georgia AJ.
Oh.
So I started backing Georgia AJ. So I was her back at that time. Yes. See, through her, no, they me call software Apaya, sorry.
Okay, Apaya
Life. Yes. So that is where I feel my started say now the journey of music, you know.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
And so you got your let's say your training, proper training from being in Apaya Life's ministry.
That's right. Yes.
And it became official. That is what you're
doing.
Do you remember the first song you sang?
That was Apaya Mami.
Wait, which one is Apaya?
Apaya Mami, ma kwentui. Apaya Mami, ma warisemi. Apaya. It's miss you guys. You are more than Jay-Z.
No.
Jay-Z.
Hey.
No. I remember so well.
I remember. You know, but when you mentioned Apaya, I was like, which song? I wanted.
Yeah, I wanted to be sure.
I wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
That's
it. That's
wow.
it. Yes, that was my first song that I came out with. Yeah.
It was just you. There was no feature, right? It was just
no. That it was just me. So after Apaya, then it took me 8 years to come out with another song, which is Mentiasi.
Because as for Mentiasi, I remember that song. I saw it on TV too many times when I was young, with the dressing.
That's right.
And the heels.
You see the boots that I was wearing on that time. You know, the boot alone was about 100K.
But 8 years. I want to know what you were doing within that period, from Apaya to Mentiasi. 8 years. What were you doing?
Yes, I was just going to church, then come back home. Going to church, then come back home. Then Mentiasi, I recorded that song. I remember, if I'm correct, the song was there for about 3 years already. The song was ready, but it was difficult for me to, come out with, because then time, it was not easy to, get someone who invest in you. See, that was the reason why I died for 8 years. Yes.
That must have been a difficult time,
Very,
having
very
such
difficult.
A good song and then not releasing it. But after Mentiasi, which other one did you release?
After Mentiasi, and then I think Zip Abeko.
But you've had hit to Piesie. Yeah, because I remember Ziba as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What inspired the
That's
Ziba
right.
song?
You know, Ziba, because Ziba is like, the storyline is somebody, Obia, Otimi, Eko Seye, Etre, Yabuafo. Maybe the person that you have favor with, now be our downfall, that you trusted so much. Maybe you've introduced your friend to that your friend.
Yeah.
Then later you realize that wakoka sembia ama woni nipa no relationship no eto etwa. So it's in 2 Samuel chapter 15. That is where the Ziba story is. Ziba tells lie against Mephibosheth. And then the mama can say Ziba be kono say okay last part na or say David catchere Ziba say ko na all that I have given to Mephibosheth, go and collect everything from him. Obi ayamia na dom na na yasensene na wanya obi wanya ohine ni mu adom na ote ohine table so age bebu awodidie no eye obi ya. So he went to destroy Mephibosheth. Eche David ntino adia David di ma Mephibosheth all the privileges that Mephibosheth had on that time no ni nyina no Bible say David catch Ziba say kona kwaje free nsem. So that I was telling people that obia or sewo and I say obia or twa wa kwan mu ni ade no obeko that person was so na ye hu tumi toyen.
Very powerful.
Did you get something like that in your life?
Oh, in life, you know, said definitely. There are some lot of people they always crossing your ways near the
But Ziba
Ziba Baran.
But after Ziba as well.
Yes.
Did you release any other song?
After Ziba, I think if I'm right, you know this Okrasini Mobroni. Neradia Samia Midiwa Dancie. Adio binye bida. Neradia di sheni di munyam. Yes. So Krasini too. Then Ajiwansem.
Yeah.
Ajiwansem. Then I think Osori Mutumi. Power in Worship, and also the single ones.
Yeah.
The album was 6 albums. Then I think 5 or 6 singles.
Piesie, you've been working.
I know, but
you've really been working.
How many years would you say you've been?
I have been in this industry for about 23 years.
Yeah.
That's a
You know, so
child.
I wish I could have done more than, you know.
You have now?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. That is my son, who say I should have done more. Because by the special grace of God, I have a grace that writes all my songs. You know, into saying kayenya obia obetumi pushi and that time na I would have, you know, done more than this.
Have you written songs for anybody?
No.
Not yet.
Yes. Yes.
But do you have plans of doing that?
No, not for now. Because the reason is that sometimes, you know, who say and maybe me try you know who say you way the be hit too. Because hey, we dey come on hit the enemy me am to bad. You know, sometimes I decided not to go on that path. You know, you won't conform so but those people, no, they don't have the talent to sing it. So I prefer say omo etro you know, omo enyo madwuma na yeso nyame adum etimi tworo no na ye betimi ato no ye wadwuma say be ya ye nsia nkwansia bia.
Absolutely.
I remember one day I wrote a song for a friend. I remember I forgot his name. And then the moment I sent the song, I was, hey, Piesie, wait dear. So what the anka be try to come apart. I remember that time. So that time, from then time, I decided I said, but that song is nice. I remember I said, "Sanyo na kra." Me pese me ka because obe hu se na sem na me ka.
But Piesie, I think that for the women in this gospel space, you're one of the few ones I can say that you're very humble.
Praise God.
Very.
You are so focused.
Oh, thank you.
And for how you've been able to keep yourself, and probably you forgot it, but let me remind you. I think somewhere was it 2016 or 2016, 2015 thereabouts.
Okay.
Either VGMA or Foresight music video.
Okay.
One of them. And I remember you came in. So you met myself and Eugene Konkonsa outside.
Okay.
We were dressed in this beautiful gown. And when I saw you, I was so starstruck. And then, you know how you see celebrities and you think that, oh, for such a big gospel musician.
Yeah.
And we're going inside. And then Eugene was insisting that you should go and sit in front. You were like, no. So you sat at the back with us.
Okay.
That was when I realized that, okay, wow. You were very calm all throughout the show. And if nobody really knows you, they won't even know that that's Piesie.
That's right.
And so I'm personally not surprised with your success, but how have you been able to be relevant but still keep a very
quiet,
scandal-free career?
Praise God. You know, I always say this, that I think it's the grace of God. And then maybe the small thing that I can do. Yes, because where I'm coming from, no, that is how we are. Baby, no, it's hard for you to change. Yes, that is in my lineage. I feel that this thing, Piesie cannot do it. And maybe mean to me. And also, when it comes to my Christian life, yes, when it comes to my Christian, me pesa me bomb bra like a Christian, because I have to be an example to others. When you are an example to someone, was show life going to hospital, the arrow or the signboard that is showing that there is a hospital here that you need to go there and check yourself. Meanwhile, that signboard has localized like this. You see, signboard on the watch here. Meanwhile, say or my direction, say go to this place. It's wrong. So as an example to others, I will say me my brabono, a year so dear ma for. So I always check my life very well.
And that's good to do.
Yes.
Really good to do.
Also, what I noticed is that growing up, again, we will sound like we are old, but growing up, there was a sound that was coming from that middle part of Ghana. You know, the Obapa Christie, you know, there was a certain sound.
Okay.
So I'd like to know, were you influenced by any of these gospel artists when you were growing up? Who influenced your sound, the kind of music you do?
You know, then time, no, Mama Georgia. You see, I've already mentioned her name that Onana me back, you know. So then time, Mama Juliana Champon, Daughters of Glorious Jesus,
Yes.
Tego Sisters,
Susie
Susie and Matt cried they now we are no and Anna, you know, then time, and I say, Kuala di and penny for Nachi. It's not your bosso, Anayeba. But those days, lady, Papa Japs, you know.
What about Francis J?
Francis J.
Wow.
Yes. Those people na and penny for. Na also be honoma. Sometimes be honoma. Also mention Susie and Matt. But Susie and Matt time, like I said na yengina said obo bapa din. Yengina na ye bad then time no. Yes, but that time no Daughters Yaps, Mama Georgia, during the Champon, Dr. Jesus Wakasa, those songs, yes. And Mama Mary Gansa,
Yes.
Mama Dinah Hobson, you know, those are the elders. Now, you focus on them. Now you share more. I remember one day that na ye bolumba because already now I've heard that lumba free me chrome. So or me neighborhood. There was a man behind our behind our house. Kwame Yona, that's his name. So Kwame Yona, lumba call Germany no. Na or the instruments. Kwame Yona so tonyom pa. The instruments or the buy they be see Kwame Yona so. Say be see Kwame Yona so no. Not just say Kwame Yona aye 419 bi. Any of them as instruments no lumba buy near man ohun baby a near man afa. So lumba the police for buy you chrome. Now then time it was hardly for you to see a policeman.
Wow.
Yes, then time no. Enye easy so be who police ni. Ti ya ho ne ate se kro ni mo ye beja. Emre wafo dwane wo bi 2 milika ne ade. So there was this old woman that they asked that, why is everybody running? I was saying, yeah, just yes, yeah, boomba. Yes, boomba, bakroma. So be you know. Na papa no, yeah, the you fear chino, I saw Lumba then time no. Oh my goodness, that day, I did me come in school. Because we only heard his voice. But for you to see Lumba, oh my God.
It was difficult.
It was very difficult. So we thank God that by the grace of God, we have been able to see, you know, those people, our mothers. Now it was hard for us to even, we only heard their voice, but for you to see them. But now, praise God, that my mother, Georgia, can call me. Mama Cynthia can call me. Mama Hobson can sit down with them, you know, talking now. It means Nyamiye.
Nyamiye indeed. But before we even talk about Nyamiye, let's talk about Wayemiye.
Okay.
I think that picking up from where Godwin left off, it was a different sound altogether.
Yes.
Wayemiye had a different appeal. What went into that song?
I think that was the reason why the song was there. In fact, the song was neglected. Like, as a, yeah, shut down Fanyashi. Because I know that Piesie sings, hi, mintias yo, mintia, cho, 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 no money adi adi. So, when I got that song, I was like, well, this is not my line. So, mintias studio, Wayemiye, studio, Krameka said, it was there for about 5 years.
Wow.
I was not even bothered myself about it. The song was just in our car. Yeah, freely song. Yeah, Bonnie adia. But a young one was say. But I now understand that God really now botaye papabi for that song.
Yeah.
So then time now on per se be releasing on that time. So it was in the right time. And the Radisha yes emphasize anyomono emra bontin because that time no was na social media no I was not relevant anyway because
like on social media.
Yes, because maybe being social media, being active on social media is not that long. I say nansayana ya nibriye serious. So people were not seeing what we were doing. Yeah, why me ye then time na maybe it can blow said they blow ne. Yeah. In God's time no. God's time, let me say, or do time be one was say this song has to go because this is now no and then you beti me make same person and you so I thank God. I know omo do me there emunim said the no na esite I will be answer than near to the so you will easy and then people were calling, hey, this song there. I mean, I was getting a lot of testimonies about it. Now, I said, well, hey, why am you now? Just say, hey, yeah, this you know, and I tear sit town or boy life for So we thank God, you know, but I bless God because I think say, at the right time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. And it's been a blessing.
Bismarck is my brother. Now, when the song comes, I'll let him send it to me so that
I know.
So after Wayemiye,
yes,
there was Mo. There was Atene.
That's right.
You did Oja Refix as well.
That's it.
And I think Oja Refix is also
Oh yes.
Jidikasi and Oja Refix are two of my favorite songs. And
that's right.
The latest one, Nyamiye.
That's right.
Piesie, you've overfed us.
Oh.
you've overfed us because when I put your songs. You know what? When I entered this,
I you know, I feel so, you know, proud, you know.
Yeah.
Becca said, "My homoge." I mean, for you to hear that somebody like Anita, listen to your song.
I do.
I
too much.
Someone who likes jumping to Sakwadi every day.
Oh, you know, they say give what belongs to Caesar. It's the one that gets to Piesie.
That's right.
I give Piesie what belongs to Piesie.
That's nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Honestly, and you know, for those of us who grew up listening to Oja, the original song, and seeing how beautifully it was refixed.
That's it.
I mean, great. But let's talk about the latest one.
Okay.
Nyamiye.
Yes.
We moved from Wayemiye
yes.
to say Nyamiye.
Yes.
Then Nyamiye Ayama.
Oh, Medofo. He has done a lot. A lot. So then I'm a child, I said, I can say from my room. Then all that I was dreaming is just to come to Kumasi. But in God's plan, now He has more than what I was thinking for me. See what the Lord has done. So, Mantene Kumasi, I moved to Accra. Now I can just pick up my passport and then travel, you know.
She's a globetrotter.
Nyamiye say. Nyamiye came when I was just sleepless nights. I was just on my bed, finding it difficult to sleep. So, then I started saying, I was going back. In fact, we have a story to tell. A lady was saying, always I will say you have a story. Maybe you don't know what I've been through. You don't know. When I was lying down and then my Bible so big one. It's just my right hand say. So I just grabbed my Bible, then I opened to 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse number 12. Now about how Israel from through Samuel or appealing for or more saints. Bible says where they got that time far Philistine for us because a rather nankasa free soro Bible said Samuel at the ebo at Tosa Mespa, a place that called Mespa. That place, that or name was say Ebenezer. This is where God has. The American say, oh, me Piesie party Ebenezer, a radical diabuame. A radical diabuame, and God has been faithful to me. A radical diabuame. These songs that you are, and someone here can it's my story, it's my life. It's like I am pouring my heart to God that yeni ana yenina yebeka se wuradiye. So that is and I thank God that so that night and the whole song.
Wow.
Yes.
In just one night.
Yes.
And at what point did Kwame Eugene come in?
Me call studio.
Okay.
Na ye programme enyomono. So when I me tona Kwame all programming ni ade no, then they go to a place or say Piesie ha yemfa ode me ko ode me ba ensem ewa ha. I said, oh, Kwame. Oh my God. What's that? So that is how I Kwame so they ode me ko ode me ba ebe shemu. Now we say a fiti ade no so e ma ne ye nika keke. Yes.
Oh. Wow. He did amazing on
of
this
course.
one.
Should we enjoy it a little bit?
Well, I think that I need to ask Piesie this.
Okay.
Some gospel musicians who have worked with secular artists who may either be musicians or producers, they've come under some kind of backlash. So when you were working with Kwame Eugene, did you think you were going to probably experience the same, or what were you thinking about? And what was your experience with him also like?
Very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Now I know Kwame very well. Even before I met Kwame, I know Kwame. We talked. Kasa. I mean, I know the Christianity. Baby, you could do because you need in a chi. Because you need in a chi, Pentecost. So we have a ministry called Ministry to Celebrities. So we show love to the celebrities. So we always go to Kwame, we talk to him, we pray with him. Anyhow, he loves God. So already that friendship is there already. And then also, Kwame wrote a song. He has your man there 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yes. Now they be me koto. And you no make obi Piesie ne fa koto. There be nyom na ayeme dia wo me phone so. So after me program Flora Made by Grace, then you call me friend Kwame. Now you call no say there is this song that menya, but the person wo yes anyomo no. E mame. Na me kind I say, oh, Auntie Piesie, near Chilankwa studio. Come, let's work something. So you call and that's it. Now when you call me Juma, oh, dekeke. Say Kwame Ohana or Bompire. Normally when I go to the studio, because I say Kwame, the best starter no, the whole Bompire and Sanya starting. So you always feel that there is the presence of God is in whatever that we were doing. So Bibia and say you know,
secular musician.
May that, you know.
You know him beyond what we know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. It's just no way na obo. But Obian we say Kwame is a church boy. Yes. Nti owonyame ensem owonyame donyame dono. Nti you know, shede Awurade afa ne so aye.
Beautiful.
You see?
Beautiful.
Nothing shows that Nipa no play we no but in other words no, God sometimes use what people think that or nipa way or the boy nipa way what to say, but through him people the children of God we are enjoying what we are enjoying now.
He's a fantastic producer, singer.
Oh yes. And then you one thing about him cry I met on my musicians we because you corner a boy yeah they are starting
By the way.
Oh, come and shout out to you.
Piesie.
Yes, my
same
darling.
with this song is blessing some of us. We want the whole of Ghana to be blessed.
Yes,
so
right.
where do we get Nyamiye?
Nyamiye is on YouTube. The video is on YouTube. A very fantastic, a very lovely video on YouTube. And also, you can also stream the song on Audio Mac, Boomplay, Spotify. I mean, all digital platform. So you can stream Nyamiye and as you see, I mean, what I say is so when you visit Piesie's Instagram or TikTok, Facebook, there is this challenge. In fact, let me say a very big thank you to the TikTokers. I mean, when you go to TikTok, my phone also is like when you flip one, Nyamiye, when you flip two, Nyamiye, you will not flip 1, 2 without hearing somebody, you know, dancing with the song. Now, may the Lord bless them so much. I know you are.
I actually pushed it. We did one. I'm yet to post it.
I need to stop. And then because now many AJ, and was. So please go and watch the video on YouTube and also stream the song. Let this song be your testimony song, your Christmas song, and definitely you're gonna be blessed with it. Yeah.
And right here on the afternoon show,
Aniba, you know what? The 2nd November is Flora Made by Grace.
Oh,
beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful.
You've been doing it for how many years
this
now?
Is the 4th time.
4th time.
Yes.
So we're ready to come in.
Of course.
Experience.
This year, dear, I'm doing it with you guys.
Yes, please.
We are coming to dance.
2nd November.
2nd November.
2nd November. We've marked it on our calendar.
Thank you.
We'll definitely be there. And afternoon show, every time we're starting, we're going to definitely play Nyamiye. It's going to be on our playlist. It's coming from our producer.
Hallelujah.
Yes,
Thank you, my darling.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We love you. We love you so much.
Thank you, Jesus.
Keep blessing us.
Thank you.
And we'll definitely keep enjoying your songs.
Thank you.
So please, you're not leaving. Welcome to do the challenge.
But
right about now, we'll cross over to AJ and get more updates on what's happening in Menchia regarding the funeral rites of Nana Konadu Yiadom the third. AJ, over to you.
Thank you so much for that, Anita Godwin. Of course, the very lovely Piesie Esther. Now, we will be going back to the grounds, the Menchia Palace, which is the ceremonial grounds for the final burial rites of the late Asante Nana Konadu Yiadom the third. Let's take a listen to the sights and sounds on the grounds live in Menchia.
Fekuo ahodoɔ no deɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔsɔre no bɛtumi asɔre nyɛ saa ɔmo bɛtumi asɔre nanso ansa na no gye sɛ ohu sɛ wura ɔkɔ ɔsɔre yɛ no obi ama ne mu so na ɔmo a musu wie a ɔbɛsan atena ase na ohu sɛ wura kɔ a ɛnyɛ obi a na bɛkɔ binom wɔ hɔ no mo a ɔmo bɛtena ase ama ewufo som no akɔ so na emom no ebinom so bedi na chia ko titiri na brempɔnfoɔ no sei no dodo na so ebe sɔre amom chitafoɔ nso aso nti wo sɛ bɛsima bɛsɛ edu achi no mo sɛ mu bɛda hɔ kakra esan sɛ dodo na no ebe ma wo mu so ti ebe ma edwom ho ahenhan kakra sa enete.
Okay. Nti ye bɛhwɛ na sɛdeɛ nhyehyɛ no sitia no yɛwura wasɔre nti wasɔre a ɛnkyɛ na yɛgyere sɛ ɛnkyɛ no awufosom no nso ɛbɛtoa so na ewia na afei yɛhwɛ Evans bra bɛmi Vansinkum baabi a wofiri ba no enim sɛ wo bɛn paa nti deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ hɔ no ɛne deɛ yɛhu yi nana bi laboa me yɛate aseɛ sɛdeɛ yɛwura asɔre na deɛ di akyire ɛne nananom amanhene ɛne otumfo abrempɔn ɛne ahemfo aka ɔmo nso so ɔmo nhyehyɛeɛ sɛdeɛ biribi ateɛ no yɛhwɛ anim sɛdeɛ nana bi lɛka ne mmom wogya afidie maa me akyɛ nti wobaeɛ woahu sɛ kakra firi me mu nti hyɛ me ma
yɛbaeɛ ne wakyea papa ne adom reverend ɔmo no wakyea no wɔ sɛ wokyea no ɛti reverend baabi a wohwɛ yɛ firi biara wotie firi biara no yɛkyea wo ne mafo sikan so kan ebugu so yɛkyea no sɛ dwa no kwasɛm ɛnɛ yasom paa na megye me di yɛ sɛ ɛnɛ obi biara wɔde na fidie ɛto ɛyɛ onua TV TV3 ɛna afei so asantemantam ha so deɛ na ɛsɛ numero 1 radio no ɛyɛ baako pɛ akoma 87.9 FM yɛnyɛ soɔ ne sɛ woda yakoma so megye me di yɛ sɛ obi biara wɔde na fidie to ɛna connect na sɛ takoradi asɛm ne yɛka yi onua FM ɛna 3 FM ɛna afei 3news.com so ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ emfoni ɛne ntrɔyɛ deɛ ɔno no TV ne mmɛn no deɛ radio no mmɛn no ɔno twerɛ no anaasɛ ɔno kan no ɛno so yɛde ɛho nsɛm nyinaa so agu ɛyɛ 3news.com sɛ dwa megye me die sɛ obiara enu ne ho sɛ ɔne yɛ atena free ahomakyen ebesi samre
ma memfa saa information wei nso so ɛma deɛ ɛba ne sɛ yɛwura ɔmfiri ha koraa sɛ ɔkɔ korakora na mmom ɔkɔ na ne nuaba a ɔsa yɛ ne maame akamfo amammerɛ mu ɔne no ɛsɛ afei deɛ ɔkɔfa mu no de abɛdwam nti ɛno yɛ information ɛba nti nyagye sɛ ɔmfiri yɛ mu koraa sɛ korakorakoraa
sɛ dwan ɛyɛ awerɛhosɛm na isi ɛnyɛ nwanwa sɛ dwan ade gyancha brɔfo kasɛm samre paa no megye me di yɛ paa sɛ yɛse wura yɛwura emu anaasɛ bi a kɔhyɛ ne mpaboa sɛ dwan ɛmfa ho ne sika dwetɛ a yɛde bɛma ɔnyɛ adeɛ a wobɛhyɛ ɛsiane sɛ nneɛma a yɛwura nna mu samre no sɛ dwan ɛyɛ awerɛhosɛm ɛyɛ aniberesɛm so wohwɛ yɛwura ahofama no a ɛnora ɛbenada no adwoada no ɛnɛ ntoma a wɔfiraeɛ kuntunkuni sedeɛ ɛno na ɔsɛ firaeɛ wohwɛ ɛyɛ ɔwɔka sɛ garland anaasɛ deɛ ɛhyɛ ne ti ne so a ɛyɛ kɔtɔkɔ ɛyɛ ne mfemfem na ɛwɔ n'akyi no ɛno bi ne ɛde anwene ɛna afei so takra so ka ho ɛna ɛde anwene fɛfɛɛfɛ ɛna ɛhyɛ yɛwura na n'ataareɛ mu no so nneɛma mmiɛnsa ne yɛhu already maka kyerɛ sɛ sedeɛ ɛna ɛde anwene ataareɛ no woyi sedeɛ no a ɛde anwene ataareɛ no so to nkyɛn a ɛde nkra symbols ahyɛnsodeɛ ɛno so yɛ mmienu baako ɔse gye nyame nokwasɛm sɛ baabi aduru no deɛ ɛyɛ gye nyame baabi aduru no ɛyɛ gye nyame ɛsiane sɛ yɛwura ne sebɔfoɔ ɛna ɛkɔ no nana santehema ɛna ɛkɔ no a ɔyɛ yɛwura nnua nimpɔn nnua kronkronkronkronkronkronkron Ninya kron. And as I'm ready, one also so echo bremai. Eti baby adrone de yewura tema wafra ne kontu kriste dia wafra no a woka se ginyame no yema yewura de bem eye no kwasem se ginyame ampa na afeso so se dwon ahyansode ba ko a esa wo yewura ntema nim no wo se emre dane emre edane mejimidi ye pa se sanka eka dwete eka sika ena owu a ade a efenya ne fe eba eye na asante hema ho abefa na asante hema sika na nanko opa nka yewura ko benya sa sika ne dia ma no dwete na no opa yewura ko benya sa sika ne dia ma no nanso owu mu ade owu mfare ade owu kurade a enkwa entimenje ne sa no ntino ade se yewura yahwea na enye yie na sante hema samrei onani akire eye breman edi sadwon yewura atobese no ne bese a efrijuada wawia besi eye ene eda ya woda no asechire no enibre aba atobese no mahu se wo space na to form wani na irana anasra hume
Mihu pa mihu o chon ne advancing kum no mihu pa anti bibia ye kama
me ka che me sanua ma se o space na ira asai o space no so dia so dia hu hwe bi o ka che me sanua ma
anti Evans be ye adwuma no be adun dia wo be adwuma no mo fi se be be adun no esusi aha ne momu no ye ba ye niam bebre ho a ye hu I anti bi message no ma hu makan anti na o ka se okọ yewura onkoi ne momu no obesan ba nti na ho hwa nananom aman hene ene abrempon nyina no omo adaso etnase amatenase omo nsoriye ni nyina ne se yewura okona ne nuaba na asante hema wakofa no ede naba na ayare hosem se de na wo kano se baby ayadri na se shu no me ene wo kan me nhye bi o mpeso obehye obi am peso obehye nanso baby adri ayede pa enti Evans ese ya no ebre no me sure say enche na no me ensa ebo na no me ensa ebo nso dia na ufosom na mu ano bia ye be wuranti se.
And that's some of the sights and sounds shortly, getting ready for the burial ceremony that will be happening at the Minsha Palace. This is live footage you see from the Asante Hima's final burial rites. Nana Konadu Yiadom III will be crossing back over to the afternoon show because the countdown to the 3FM Afro Connect event happening on Monday, the 22nd of September, is on. The best way to spend your Nkrumah Day is with us at 3FM Afro Connect for the biggest Pan-African event where we celebrate everything that it takes to be African. And we have a very exciting representatives from Mali with Anita and Godwin now. Over to you, Anita.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, AJ. Like you rightly mentioned, we have in studio Seydou Sogoba. He's the General Secretary, Association of Malian Residents in Ghana. And he's here with Hadeja Maiga, who is in charge of the academic and social affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, bon arrivé. Ça va bien?
Oui, ça va, nous allons bien. Et chez vous?
Moi aussi. Yeah,
hey,
me also.
What's that?
Right?
Yeah,
me
yeah,
also, I'm fine. Yeah. I got my French girl.
I thought we were on the same page now.
No, I'm better than you. Welcome to the afternoon show.
Okay, thank you.
Are you ready for 3FM Afro Connect?
Yeah, of course.
Oof. Okay, first of all, if you were to tell anybody about Mali, right, what would it be? Anything at all. Someone who doesn't know about Mali at all. What would it be?
It will be food and gold.
Food
and gold.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
In Mali, we have several foods there, especially traditional foods, and they are very.
Very.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what, my dear.
I will talk about the ethnics.
Okay.
We have several groups of ethnics. We have Bambara people, Soninke, and Songhai people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and each of them has their own language and ways of doing ways of life. I mean, yeah.
Mali is rich in history
Yeah.
and culture. When we go back to the Ghana, Mali, Songhai Empire. It's a huge place. And I just saw it on the map and I realized that Mali is bigger than I, assumed. So which tribe do you come from in Mali?
I am Mienga.
What?
Mienga.
Mienga.
Yeah.
And Hadega? You are?
Songhai.
Songhai.
Yes.
Okay. And which food would you say can compete with any of the foods here in Ghana? How long have you been in Ghana, by the way?
Almost 7.
7 years?
Yes, please.
Oh, then you speak any Ghanaian language?
I can understand.
You can understand?
Speak it.
I can speak small.
Which one? Chi or Ga?
Chui.
You can speak.
So what can you say?
True.
Midase.
Medase.
Bra.
Bra.
Yeah.
Medase.
Yenko.
Oh, Yeko is a my Yeko.
Yeah, which food would you say can compete with our food?
Which
Are there
can
similarities in our foods?
Yes, like banku.
Yeah,
We have
to.
to,
You have to.
and we cook it with like banku. And we eat.
Corn and cassava do.
No, we use only
The corn.
Yes.
We can only use the corn.
and we eat it with okra
millets.
soup.
You eat it with okra soup.
Yeah.
That's
so
like
it's
butter
a bit-
region. That's like our food. Banku
Like
and
it's like I think tozafi. Yeah, like tozafi.
And we have also to shinkafa in the northern region.
You have shinkafa?
Yes.
You have shinkafa?
Yes.
Shinkafa is what? Rice
Right. We make it with rice and flour.
and flour. Okay. And apart from the food, what are some of the similarities that you say Mali has with Ghana, apart from our flag as well?
I can say some ethnics.
Okay.
Songhai people, we have them plenty in Kaswa.
Oh, you have some people in Kaswa.
Yes.
Okay.
And also we have Fulani here in
True.
Oh, that's
They
beautiful.
cut across West Africa.
Yeah. I can't wait to try your food, by the way. Do you also have jollof?
Yes.
And
Okay.
we call it zame in Mali.
Zamin.
Yes.
Is it the same ingredients we use?
Yes, but different.
Way of cooking.
We cook it differently.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We're about to have that big jollof war.
Yes. And we are going to win it.
You are going to win.
You're going to win it. It doesn't sound too good in my ears like
Where have
that.
you been in this jollof competition? We haven't heard of Mali yet.
They can make history, you know. You never know.
They can.
But what goes into making your jollof in terms of the process? Is it the same process for us?
It's a bit different. Like yours, you don't like. For us, we put a cassava and garden egg all in the stew. We make small stew with that one, and we can do it with fish, meat inside.
I'd love to taste that cassava, garden eggs, and
In
with
the stew.
rice.
With rice.
Wow, that's an interesting combination. But what should we expect from Team Mali on Monday?
That day, we are going to taste the best ever. The best ever jollof in the world.
In the world.
Not
Yes.
in Africa.
No,
in
not
the world.
in Yes.
We are ready.
Yeah, because we will be the number one. Yeah.
Very well.
God, we are up for such a big competition, you know.
We're very afraid right now.
Yeah.
We can't wait for it. But anything else you want to say for Monday?
Monday, we are inviting people to come to the show to see how Africa is beautiful, how, let's say, the culture, the beauty of the culture of different countries. Yeah, and also to taste the best jollof in the world, which is from Mali.
Which is from Mali.
Yes.
But what would you tell the people from Mali who reside in Ghana, who would want to come and support you? The Malian community.
Like Aja.
Yeah. Why should they come and even support you? Tell them something. You can say it in, is it French or
Bambara?
Bambara.
Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay.
Malien fan bien non. Et Ghana on bega compétition organisée, mi jollof compétition. Donc Malien on bega participer à la donc au bega boire en supporter quoi.
You're done.
I understood what she said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I add something?
Yes, please.
Bon, Malien fait bien non. Donc au bega na kana supporter association welele no kana examen compétition na. Examen no e jollof compétition na. Amenale ake aude kama ka anga drapeau le korota donc amba obewele begana kana en supporter la rentrée c'est Sangana kwa Mekuruma Museum à partir de 9h donc bega boygo jamakulu kana en supporter.
Merci beaucoup.
Did you mix French with your language?
Come again?
Did you mix French with your language?
Like the price, I mentioned the price in French. Yeah.
And the time.
And the time too.
Okay.
Oh, merci beaucoup. Oui. Yeah.
Thank you, Seydou.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you on Monday.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Anita.
On se verra lundi.
On se verra le lundi.
Somebody's telling you. Somebody's telling you.
I know it. I know it. What does it mean, though? What does it mean? On se verra.
Yeah, we will meet on Monday.
Oh,
Yeah.
on se verra. Ah.
Anyways.
Okay.
Try to hand over back to AJ.
Yes.
Right? I think I need to.
Well, that's our show.
Thank you so much
for
for
you
joining us.
today. Yeah. We're crossing back to AJ Akwako Support to bring us more happenings from Malaysia. Have a good afternoon.
And yes, thank you so much for that, Anita and Godwin. Of course, inviting all of you tune in now to be a part of 3FM Afro Connect. It's the biggest Pan-African celebration. So bring the entire family, come and enjoy the 3FM Jollof Wars, come and see the games, the different aspects, the culture, the dance, the fashion, and everything else inclusive. It's on Monday, the 22nd of September at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. For more details and to buy your tickets, dial *725*222#. That's *725*222#. But also, the Ghana Premier League is home on TV3. Every week, TV3 gives you 3 live GPL matches, the biggest games, the fiercest rivals, and the brightest stars brought straight to your screens with world-class coverage. But that's not all. We set the stage with our GPL preview show, giving you the inside scoop and expert analysis. And when the final whistle is blown, we will keep you covered with our highlights and review programs, so you never miss a goal, a save, or a talking point. For the fans who love to stay connected on the go, we have reels and updates on social media. This is more than just coverage. This is TV3 positioning the Ghana Premier League as the premium sports product. So mark your calendars, gather your friends, and join us this weekend for another unforgettable round of Ghana Premier League football only on TV3. And of course, don't forget, we give you the local language version on Onuya TV and all the action live on radio on 3FM 92.7. Now, we are giving you live visuals on the ground of Her Royal Majesty, the former Asante Hima Nana Konadu Yiadom III. Soon at 4 p.m. the live service will begin. The burial service will happen from Menchia Palace. Now we still see dignitaries greeting the Asante Hene. We see different paramount chiefs from across Asante Man all gathered at Menchia Palace to pay their final respects to our queen, the Queen Mother of Asante Man, the Asante Hima, who passed away to glory on August 7th. And today being the final day of the 4-day funeral, a 4-day burial rites culminates today with her internment at Breman Mausoleum later this evening. That will not be for the eyes of the public, but she was born in 1927 to the 13th Asante Hima, Nana Ifya Kobi Sewa Ampim II, making her the biological sister of Asante Hene Otumfuo Osei Tutu. So this is a lot more personal for our overlord. And I say because I am a proud daughter of Asante Man. So he's mourning not only his queen mother, but also mourning his biological sister, his last living sibling. So this is a lot more painful than many might realize. But she, during her teens, was... with her puberty rites were performed to usher her into womanhood, and then she was married to Openyin Kwame Boateng, a blacksmith by profession who hails from Eduman near Kumasi. At a very early age, she was separated from her biological mother and given to her aunt, her mom's sister, Nana Ifya Konadu, at Ashanti New Town or Ashtown, a suburb of Kumasi, to grow up in. Nana Konadu Yiadom III, who was known in her earlier life as Nana Pinyin, became well educated through informal palace education, though she didn't get any formal education. In 1959, at the age of about 32, Nana Pinyin was christened and baptized into the Saviour Church of Ghana with a Christian named Ruth. She's also of the Anglican Church by convention. For every Asante Hene and Asante Hema is an automatic member and patron of the Anglican Church. I'll be asking our historian on that reason. Her reign was from 2017 to 2025, and she was known to be fair, firm, honest, and a good advisor. She had her own court where judgments were hailed as fair, and she is someone that many knew, loved, and appreciated. She also fulfilled prophecy by the Kweku Free Shrine, where she was ordained, or should I say prophesied, to be a queen mother in her later years. Now, we are honoring, celebrating, and remembering the queen mother, the Asante Hema of the great Asante man, Nana Konadu Yiadom III, who today signifies the final day of the burial rites that began on Monday. And in studio, I have with me Kweku Ankra, who is giving us a lot of historical antecedents of burials of Asante Hemes of previous years, and also giving us a bit of history on some of the cultures, the ceremonies, and the rituals that are going to be done, especially today, which is the climax of the 4-day burial rites. Now, Kweku, the Anglican Church and the royalty have, especially of Asante Man, seem to have a very close, significant relationship. Can you walk me through exactly how that bond began and how it's been sustained over the years?
Yeah, so as it is, you know, the British in their contestations with the Asante in an attempt to put them under their power as part of their colony, ended up in war. And during the attempt to seize the golden stool, which didn't occur, and in order to punish the Asante kingdom, the king was exiled. I'm talking about the Prempeh I, around 1895 there, and he was taken to Seychelles. And the kingdom itself was banned from operating. So when he went to Seychelles, a man called Matthew Kosa, who was from Salt Pond, was added to him to give the king some education. So he went with the king and reported to the British as to the improvement of the king's ability to express himself in English and also in writing. And it will interest people to know that he acquired some of knowledge, and he wrote a whole history book on Asante by himself. That is the Prempeh which this book, which has been edited by Professor Emmanuel Koku Acheampong of Harvard, with Nancy Laula, with Makowski, as well as Edu Buayin. It's a very wonderful book, the history of the Asante and the whole nation itself. That is the title. After he has gotten education, he was able to put together some of the oral traditions that he had, courtesy the learning that he got from teacher Matthew Kosa around that time. So all this educational infusion was bearing within it is also an attempt to incorporate him into Christianity. So one of the while he was going through this training, he was ordained, or we would say he proselytized to become a Christian. And then the British church, as we know, is the Church of England, which is Anglican. So as a result, he became a member of the Anglican Church, the whole royalty. So upon his return in 1927 back to Gold Coast, then he started attending church, and mostly in Cyprian Anglican Church in Kumasi.
Okay.
And this could also reflective of even the schools in children attended. So Prempeh's children, about 3 of them, were all enrolled in Adisada College because that was the Anglican school in Cape Coast. So they had to come. So his first son, who became the lawyer, Prince Prempeh, as well as the one who became the Supreme Court judge, the first Asante Supreme Court judge, who is Henry Piesie Prempeh.
Right.
Also, all of them go through the Anglican. So Anglican Church then became part and parcel of the Menchia Palace.
Okay. Now, also on your screens now, we can see the casket of the Asante Hema Konadu Yiadom III being brought to where the burial service will be happening and being placed at the dais, which has been earmarked as where the burial service will be happening at the forecourt of the Menchia Palace. In there, you would also see one of the notable personalities accompanying the casket, being the General Secretary of the MPP, Justin Frimpong-Kodia, earlier on was on your screens there, and the Asante Hene in his palanquin now being brought to where the burial service will be held as the chief mourner of today's event. Again, it's very personal to him, as not only is she the queen mother of Asanteman and the feminine power behind his authority, but also happens to be his biological elder sister. So this is deeply personal to the Asante Hene. So he is you can clearly see today is not a day for smiles. Today is a day of sadness, of bereavement, as the final burial rites of the late Asante Hema is being done, the 14th Asante Hema, ruling from 2017 to 2025. So she is currently being placed, or the casket of the Asante Hema being placed. Shortly, the service will start, but we will quickly have a bit more conversation before we hand it over to what will be the beginning of the burial service. But let's go on to the grounds now.
You are dark no dark now. Uti ya chasa kotokowa akono. Baby uti bia samre yi na na Asante Hema. Na me Konadu ya no to so miensa. Yura Kojina aba ednaba Menchia dwabrima ama asofo mo ebeye osun kasia idiachie ediaja no kwan. Yes, any DM say, Ohine Atrase, Nidiemwa, Yenina, Yentrase, Na Yenshe, Ufusum Nase. Kotum sini to yes na mo pe ba bi ntina e wo dwomu akora mo fi dwomu ha mo fi amo akwa munya abo ba bi ntina kwapem se be ya so na wie ansa na ye de kwa tipre ni amo akwa de akire mo sa mo pe ba bi ntina na mo fi dwomu ho na sa be bibia anya kama fo kwa na mo ha Abrafo yesramo Yiadom saw them power bit samaye yewia yesramo for Bafo do me one abata Abrafo kajina power bit na yebo saw them yesramo Yasamo, I do hear one that Napoli quarter baby. Yasamo, Muswanachi, Yasamo. Obia freedom, MIA. Naha, so for the Nakwana, and sorry. I took 2 for Yasamo, probably Monko in a children. Copy the Mayasara, we are Baba Jum, Yasamo. Yeah. Semo agrobia nyai agrobia wa bontin bia nyai band na ba na bontin no munyai yesemo band no munyai mo kan che band no say enyai band no wa bontin no enyai yesemo na sorry for nya kwanya sorry band no abotino mo ka che obno munyai abambofo mo hono mo odum band no yasamo do mo ya no yempe
Hombre.
na yeguso ede Sante Hema dotia etwato Ebrao efri eye menhia fikasiem Gabriel Samre die eyade se Sante Hema na Konadu Yiadom a otoso miensa demu no aba noa ne nua bema Sante Hene die animu de baye a Samre abedru bedwam dia kan se beye ufusum dia ma no yentie
shall sing him ancient and modern 165 as the Archbishop and the bishops proceed to receive the body. Hymn 165. Sofopomo pone a sofopono tu sante na waje yen mame emuno obra yede esumi efiti asie. Resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believes in me shall never die.
Menim se medima fo no tiase na da di echire no obeyi ne ho edi asase so na sane me honam yi tie no emo obese me ni pedua de nanso me honam me hu Nyankopon mankasa me hu no medi mani be hu no na enye ofoforo